Welcome back to Aggie Game Day, presented by PizzaHut.com and the Texas Best Chevy Dealers, as we continue to count you down to the matchup with Louisiana Monroe. Kicks off at 11 right here at Kyle Field. We now bring in our Aggie Game Day analyst, Jordan Pugh. And Jordan, I just remember leading up to the Ole Miss game, you said, now we got to go in there and play like the top 10 team that we are. And now look where we are at.
Yeah,
what do we do?
Yeah, we do. But right now we just need to win. It's, as simple as that. The top 10, let's not worry about that right now. But, as far as the team, and they got to get back on track. They got to get the rhythm back. They got to get the momentum back. They just got to win. They got to find a way to get back to where they were at the beginning of the season, and it can start today against Monroe.
On Tuesday, defensive coordinator Mark Snyder hinted there could be some personnel changes coming today. How big of an impact is that coming 9 games into the season?
It can go either way, but the impact has to happen somewhere. It has to be a spark, because somewhere along the line you lost that. And so, when you talk about personnel changes, you talk about people coming in and out. It could be a spark that can lead to something. You still got time to salvage the season, so it starts today.
Defense gave up 59 points last week. How hard has this 2-week stretch been for them to get back on the field?
Man, as a defense to give up 59 points, that's one thing. And then you sit on it for 2 weeks. Yeah. You're ready to get back out there. You're ready to right your wrongs in a way. So as far as that, man, the defense, they got to come out strong. They got to come out aggressive.
What are you expecting from this team today?
Urgency. Urgency is the biggest key for them. They have to be urgent in all phases when you're talking about offense, defense, and special teams. Because that's what's been lacking the past 3 weeks is a sense of urgency, getting down early in games. So for them to come out fast and quick like they can do, that's big for them.
Good stuff as always, Jordan. Thank you. Don't go too far, though. We've got some picks of SEC games that are sure to go wrong coming up here in a little bit.
Time for some picks, and it is always dangerous when we do that. We're going to start with a game that you're going to see here on KBTX at 2:30 this afternoon, the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Georgia on a 5-game winning streak atop the SEC East. They are 4-1. The Bulldogs will face the Gators in Jacksonville, Florida. Is 2-3 in the SEC and 3-3 overall, and I'm going Georgia.
Pretty easy pick. Even though they're big rivals, I say the Bulldogs easily win today.
The Georgia winning streak rolls on. I'll take the Dogs.
Oh, yeah, Georgia. Even with Ty Gurley out, too strong for Florida.
Missouri trails Georgia in the East. They are 6-2 overall, 3-1 in the conference. They play host to the 5-3 Wildcats. They are tied for third with Florida in the East.
I am going to go with the home state because I'm from Missouri. I'm going Mizzou.
There you go. Kentucky's come on strong as of late, but winning that game on the road in the SEC is tough. You got to go with Mizzou, I think.
It is tough, but this is a different Kentucky team. I like what Coach Stoops has done with them. I think they bounce back, and I think they beat Missouri.
I agree. Not enough offense from Missouri. Kentucky has this one.
Wow. We have a split decision.
We do.
All right, the Old Dominion Monarchs out of Conference USA are 2 games below 500 on the season. Vanderbilt's winless in the conference, and they're bottom of the East at 2-6 overall. They've got the worst record in the SEC. Not a great game, so we'll have to pick it. I'm imagining this will be a unanimous pick.
All right, I'm going to go Vanderbilt. If you go Vandy, that puts the pressure on them to go ODU.
Yeah, if they want to keep being different. Vandy it is.
I like being different, but I don't like it here. I'll take Vanderbilt.
Yeah, it's unanimous, Vanderbilt. Not even worth the discussion.
Biggest game of the day before the 6-1 Auburn Tigers host the Aggies. They're going to travel to Oxford, and they are going to take on Ole Miss, fresh off their close loss to LSU. What was Bo Wallace thinking?
It's bad, Bo
What
Wallace.
was Hugh Freeze thinking?
Good grief. Kick it.
Terrible all around, man.
Give it a chance. I'm going to go Auburn in this one, though. I don't think they recover.
See, I've got the home team. I think they will bounce back. Bad Bo was bad, but good Bo is good enough, and the Auburn defense hasn't been spectacular. Ole Miss wins at home.
I can see why you would say that, but I don't know if they can stop that power running game that Auburn has, especially if Nick Marshall gets rolling. Then they go play action over the top. I like Auburn.
I agree with all you guys. I think it's a dogfight between the two of them. I'm thinking Auburn in a close one.
I thought for a minute there he was going to go tie on.
Arkansas looking for their first conference win of the season, their first conference win ever for Brett Bielema. The 4-4 Razorbacks face undefeated and top-ranked Mississippi State today in Starkville.
I'm going to steal a line from Cody Coyle. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I'm going Hail State.
Clang-a-clang-a it is. Mississippi State takes care of Arkansas.
Dak Prescott keeps rolling. He's the leader in the Heisman. It won't change today. He'll have a big day. Mississippi State wins this game.
Arkansas's been on the verge all year.
No.
They get their first SEC win at night. Big upset. Watch it.
Call him, Jordan.
Big Suey, baby.
That's not anything I ever thought I'd hear you say. Tennessee is also winless in the conference at 0-4. South Carolina sits at 500 overall and just 2 wins in 6 games in the SEC. So this could be an interesting one.
I'm going South Carolina. I don't think it's going to be that team.
South Carolina played pretty great, offensively anyway, at Auburn. They could probably carry that over again. The old ball coach has nothing to lose. Gamecocks.
And that's scary when the old ball coach has nothing to lose because anything is possible. I think South Carolina wins.
Tennessee's on the verge of being a good team. I think it's closer than what you think it is, but South Carolina with the win.
We will see. The first SEC game of the day is right here at Kyle Field. It is the Warhawks of Louisiana Monroe, fresh off that home loss to Texas State. They have lost 3 in a row like the Aggies. How do we pick this as they go for try to finish their Texas two-step and try to beat the Aggies? I don't see it happening. I am going to be interested in seeing how Ty Allen plays, and I hope he plays well. I hope we get some defensive scores. I hope this team gets a lot of confidence because they are going to need it next week against Auburn.
I would assume that they are absolutely sick of practicing, lifting weights and everything that they've been going through after that loss, and they'll take it out on the Warhawks today.
It might have been fall camp part 2 from some of the things that we've heard, so they probably are ready to hit somebody else. You'd like to break this game down, you'd like to talk about it, but I have no idea who we're going to see on the field today. It could be a whole new group of players from the offensive line to your quarterback to the linebackers. I don't know that it matters who they put on the field. A&M will win this game. Interesting to see how they do it.
Right. Kyle Allen plays well. The defense gets back on track. A&M wins big, especially at home. They're back on track.
After that loss at Alabama, I was surprised that Coach Sumlin wasn't going to pack them up and just haul them back off the junction. he was a guy that was certainly on a mission and certainly fired up. Those are our picks. We will find out later today if they are right, but years from now, we can look back on it and we say we picked all the right.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. That goes for some of the games in this week's Aggie football history, too.
Let's blow the dust off the old tapes and take a look back in